Alright, here goes my response to the fucking Obama, whatever the fuck was going on. I'd like to thank my corporate sponsors, Jack Daniels, Popeye's Chicken, Country Music Television, and Sears. Also, a big shout out to the love of my life. Without you, none of this would be possible. You know what I'm talking about. Whiskey. Gotta keep that shit flowing. So here's the thing. I asked a very good question. I asked, why the fuck are we spending 9.3 times the amount on defense that we're spending on education? I think that's a pretty fair question because I mean, what are we defending from? We're sitting here bombing and invading other fucking countries, but we can't spend money on kids in the hood to go to school, like Chicago, fucking like I said in the video, named for Chirac because everyone's getting shot every fucking day. I walk outside in Oakland and I hear gunshots. These motherfuckers are stupid out here. No offense, to people in Oakland, but your schools suck. So the reason why they couldn't answer that question is because it's a very specific fucking question. You know what the reason is? The reason is they want to keep dumb people poor. If you keep dumb people poor, then they can't rise up and take your fucking riches. They can't take your job. So you have to control the masses. You have to make sure that they have old-ass textbooks. You got to make sure that they don't make a lot of money because you got to keep all the money up top to hold everyone else back down. Right? I mean, if I had a shitload of money like that, because, you know, hashtag word is broke, I'd probably do the same thing that broke motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But in all reality, I do think it's unfair. I mean, we spend more than what the next 13 countries combined, and what are we doing? Half of those countries are our allies. All we're doing is occupying oil-rich regions so companies like Halliburton can get paid. And that's the honest truth. And it's like, I wish that I could have sat down and actually talked to the president and said, hey, listen, let's have an actual dialogue, not, hey, I'm going to ask a question about fucking net neutrality and know nothing of it and not actually speak on examples and specifics. It's like, okay, the president tap danced around it like politics. Of course, I get it. But the kid that asked it has 112 followers, and he had 595 views on his video. I have 20,000 plus followers, and I had 32,000 hits on my video. What the fuck? And these are people from my region. I can't find the one chick that's talking about immigration. I can't find the other dude that's talking about Kiev, which was a good question. I'll give you that. Kiev, fine. Good question. Because the protest leader was found. He's still alive. He got his ear cut off. He's got holes in his hand, stigmata shit. Fine. But again, somebody needs to answer this question. Whether it be I actually run for president and get assassinated on Thursday and elected on Tuesday, whatever it is, or somebody else needs to get in there like fucking Bernie Sanders or whatever to actually say, hey, this is the reason why we're doing this, because there's a shitload of money here keeping people poor. And it's not just minorities. It's like back in Cleveland, like you would have, you know, the white folks living right next to you going to shitty schools. I was thankful enough to go to Shaker Heights High School. Yes, Rockmore, I lived in the fucking suburbs, but I was right next to Cleveland. You can still test me. I'm just saying. But I was fortunate enough to actually go to a good school that was comparable to a college. It was a college preparatory academy, essentially, and it was paid for by public funding. So to narrow in on my question, what is the federal government doing to check these public schools to make sure that these kids have good textbooks and not 40 kids in the classes, and that the funds are being appropriated properly from the state so they have bigger schools, faster internet, better computers, and shit like that so they can actually fucking learn something? Because when I was locked up at fucking 2209 Central Avenue in Cleveland, yes, the Juvenile Detention Center, I had to teach these kids how to fucking read. I had to teach them basic algebra when they're 13, 14, 16 years old, 20 years old even. And that's disheartening to me. That's sad to me, given what my parents stood for and what my grandfather had to go through. The fact that he had to bring his fucking military uniform on to go to school, to go to Western Reserve before it was Case Western, because he was black. So again, one of these days, someone needs to take federal money and put it in the fucking states properly and have some sort of checks and balances. Not no child left behind. Make sure the books are up to date, not the fucking testing. SATs are stupid. ACTs are stupid. None of that means anything. So that's it. I'm done. What I'm going to do now, though, is I'm going to start an Ask Ward 2014. That's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to have my own little fucking thing, you know what I'm saying, to counter that half-breed-based African gods fucking shit. Whatever. All right, that's it. I'm done. I'm about to go Drake and WrestleMania 2014. Fuck Super Dave shit.